Characteristics of Sigma empaths include independence, mystique, and a propensity to function outside of traditional social hierarchies. They realize they are valuable and will not put up with disrespectful behavior, thus they dislike it when others make fun of them. According to Sigma, putting people in their proper place rather than posing as a threat is achieved by projecting a strong yet menacing picture of themselves onto others. Here are several ways Sigma empaths deliberately make themselves appear hazardous to others. 8. Immersion in emotions. Emotional absorption is a dynamic mechanism that Sigma empaths purposefully use to highlight a potentially harmful aspect of their character. One characteristic that sets the Sigma empath apart is their extraordinary sensitivity to the emotional current that surrounds them. These Sigma empaths aggressively absorb and internalize the strong and frequently unpleasant emotional energies present in their immediate environment, in contrast to typical empaths who focus largely on interpreting and comprehending emotions. They are able to assume a complex and potentially dangerous emotional state by purposefully immersing themselves in an emotional vortex, carefully portraying an atmosphere of danger that highlights a mysterious and unpredictable part of their nature. The deliberate use of emotional absorption by Sigma empaths may have several uses. It might be interpreted as an advanced coping strategy that helps these people move through the complex emotional tapestry with a covert resilience and adaptability. It might also serve as a barrier against outside influences, a preemptive step to protect oneself from the emotional upheaval that frequently accompanies social encounters. In general, the deliberate decision to show the dangerous side through emotional immersion may be an attempt to create boundaries, impose control over social dynamics, or take a commanding position to get respect and attention. 7. Energy-based defense. In contrast to traditional empaths, who are mostly concerned with taking in and comprehending the feelings of others, Sigma empaths use strategy to maneuver through the complex currents of emotional energy. Sigma empaths have developed the ability to create an energetic shield around their emotional center that protects them and enables them to focus and magnify energies that represent their more powerful sides. The first step in the energetic shielding process is increased self-awareness, which allows Sigma empaths to precisely identify and categorize their feelings. This shielding mechanism is only used when it makes strategic sense to exhibit a more aggressive or potentially threatening manner. It is not used arbitrarily. This shielding method is used by Sigma empaths, who are sensitive to the minute details of energetic frequencies and can converse with them. By doing this, they send a purposeful and unambiguous message to people in their vicinity, one that establishes limits, asserts their strength, or demands respect. The goal of this approach is to create a dynamic equilibrium in interactions and relationships, not to cause harm to other people. 6. Sensitive perception of threat. When presented with circumstances that call for a more assertive or defensive position, Sigma empaths must be able to perceive threats intuitively in order to selectively display their dangerous side. To sense the small indicators of possible danger, they use their innate ability to perceive threats. Because of their increased sensitivity, Sigma empaths are able to negotiate social environments with a clear awareness of power relationships and unsaid conflicts. Sigma empaths communicate a sense of alertness and readiness to people around them by deftly using their intuitive sense of threat to let others know that they are highly aware of the energies at work. Their ability to show power and insight without unnecessarily addressing or exacerbating problems enables them. Instead of starting a fight, the intention is to set limits and send the quiet but strong message that they should not be taken lightly. This turns into an instrument for Sigma empaths to show off their darker side and prove that being empathic does not equate to being weak. Instead, it serves as a reminder that underneath their kind exterior is a strong, intelligent person who knows when to take decisive action. 5. Mind games that are psychological. One unique way that Sigma empaths display their potentially dangerous side is through psychological mind games. This tactical ability, which requires a deep comprehension of human psychology, enables Sigma empaths to gently influence others' emotional and cognitive reactions. Additionally, this entails skillfully manipulating nonverbal cues, verbal subtleties, and subtle indicators to elicit particular responses from those in their immediate vicinity. Without resorting to overt confrontation, Sigma empaths skillfully reveal aspects of their hazardous side by drawing on their profound awareness of the human psyche. By using this technique, they can instill a feeling of mystery and unpredictability in others, making them aware of their surroundings and encouraging prudence and respect. By using these mental tricks, Sigma empaths can subvert expectations, question presumptions, and, when necessary, abruptly take charge. It turns into a kind of psychological self-defense that enables them to set limits and safeguard their emotional security without having to engage in violent conflict. They are evidently dangerous to meddle with because of their element of unpredictability, which keeps others guessing. This subtle method also helps Sigma empaths distinguish between deception and sincerity in social situations, allowing them to keep emotional boundaries. 4. A detached, cold attitude. People with a distinct combination of strategically detached thinking and empathic ability are known as Sigma empaths. This emotionless distance is not the result of a lack of empathy. Rather, it is a deliberate decision to keep emotional boundaries and control over their relationships. Sigma empaths are aware that emotions may be effective instruments, and they can gain a tactical edge in a variety of circumstances by maintaining a certain distance. They are able to traverse complex social dynamics with accuracy because of their ability to observe and analyze individuals and events with objectivity and clarity. In order to exhibit strength and resilience in the face of threats or problems, Sigma empaths may purposefully present a chilly exterior and show little emotion. This deliberate aloofness acts as a warning to others, letting them know that they are difficult to influence or manipulate. It makes them seem mysterious and unpredictable, which makes it difficult for others to determine what their genuine motivations are. 3. Firm boundaries. Strong boundaries are a useful tool for Sigma empaths to disclose their possibly harmful side. These people understand how crucial it is to protect oneself in the complex dance of interpersonal interactions. Sigma empaths project a strong, confident image that might be interpreted as a warning to others who might underestimate them by establishing clear boundaries. By limiting emotional manipulation and guaranteeing that their own wants and beliefs are upheld, these limits act as a protective barrier. Sigma empaths amplify boundaries in response to situations or people who undermine their sense of self-determination, letting others know that transgressing them will not go unpunished. This deliberate reaffirmation of boundaries can become a powerful force, exposing their risky side. It communicates that they are resistant to being swayed or forced, and that any attempt to cross their limits will be met with force. Although Sigma empaths may come across as reserved, their deliberate utilization of rigid boundaries enables them to move through social situations with a covert knowledge and sense of control. 2. Empathy that is chosen. Because of their sophisticated comprehension of emotions, Sigma empaths are able to decide when and where to use their empathic skills. Sigma empaths apply their empathy with a deliberate selectiveness that sets them apart from regular empaths, who could be overtaken by the emotions of people around them. Their ability to empathize selectively allows them to concentrate their emotional energy on important circumstances or people while remaining neutral in less important ones. Sigma empaths may purposefully cut off their sympathetic connection in response to difficulties or threats, leaving a hole in their emotions that can be interpreted as being frigid. This deliberate distance acts as a warning sign, telling you that their warm empathy is a luxury for those who deserve it. When necessary, Sigma empaths can display their hazardous side to navigate social environments with discernment thanks to their clever use of selective empathy. Others may find it difficult to predict their response because it communicates a feeling of emotional control and the ability to categorize feelings. 1. Manipulation of emotions. Sigma empaths may use emotional blackmail to show their darker side. This is fascinating. To make their presence known, Sigma empaths may deliberately manipulate emotions. Contrary to the term's generally negative connotations, manipulation aims to establish a regulated emotional environment rather than cause harm. By using emotional manipulation, Sigma empaths can affect the emotional climate around them with nuanced cues, well-chosen words, and deliberate behaviors. Sigma empaths can express their own emotional demands and assert their potentially dangerous side without resorting to chaotic conflict by using the strategic use of emotional influence as a technique for boundary establishment and self-preservation. It turns into a psychological sort of self-defense in which they use their empathy to control the dynamics between them. In fact, they are able to take charge of their emotional space with this technique without losing the richness and genuineness of their empathy. To emphasize the significance of a perceived need for self-protection, a drive to maintain independence, or an effort to negotiate social dynamics on their own terms, Sigma empaths opt to display a harsh or dangerous side. They sincerely think that it is crucial to keep their weak sides hidden from others because doing so could be extremely stressful and be used against them. To prevent problems that could result from individuals being overly curious, everyone should learn to respect limits and mind their own business instead of provoking people's hazardous side. Would you allow yourself to be attacked by people because you're too strong if you were a Sigma empath?